Stage 9 was 170.5 kilometers. We see 3 categorized climbs. Nothing major, but it was up and down all day, a difficult day, similar to Stage 8 yesterday. It looked like it could have been a good day for the breakaway, and we saw a big group of 15 riders get away. It was a very good group to get away. We see the closest guy in GC was Roach, and he's already 23 minutes down, so they can let this group go away. We saw that they got over 10 minutes of an advantage. And you'll see Roach is in there from Sunweb, and Postelberger was in there for Bora Hansgrohe. So Sagan and Matthews, they had no real reason to chase. They could let their other teammates try to get a chance at the victory. Everyone seemed happy to let this group go away. Yesterday was such a difficult day that they just wanted to recover a little bit and take it easy today. Postelberger got a gap on the breakaway, I think with around 50K to go. And you remember that he won stage 1 of the Giro 2 years ago. He upset the sprinters that day. That was an awesome ride from him. So he's a strong guy. He was definitely a threat, but he never really got that big of a gap. On that final categorized climb, he was reeled in because we saw that Roach put in a pretty good attack, and he was later joined by Tiesj Benoot, who won the Strade Bianche last year. It looked like it might be a two-man race at this point, but from behind we saw Daryl Impey put in a huge attack, and he was able to bridge across by the top of the climb, and he actually crossed the top of that climb first. Impey was clearly the strongest sprinter out of that three-man group, so after the descent on a little uphill, we saw that Tiesj Benoot went on the attack, hoping to get a gap and win all by himself, but Impey was able to follow, and Roach ended up getting dropped. While this was going on, we saw the GC battle behind. There was a little bit of action because Romain Bardet, who's from this area, and it's Bastille Day, he put in an attack on that final climb, tried to get a gap. He was followed by Kruijswijk and Richie Porte, but they never really got much of a gap. They were reeled in quickly by Team Ineos. So we see Ineos is back on their game. They know that they're the strongest, and they were there to control things today. So it was a two-man battle for the victory. We expected Impey to be faster in the sprint, and he was just that. He came across the line first. He wore the yellow jersey a few years ago, but this is actually his first victory in the Tour. You could tell he was excited about that. Here's the rest of the top 10. You'll see Impey ahead of Benoot. Tratnik came in third, and Roach, he slipped down to sixth. Here's the GC after the day. No major changes towards the top. We'll see Alaphilippe had an easy day in yellow, with Ciccone still in second, Pinot in third. Here's the profile for tomorrow, stage 10. Tomorrow's not a rest day. The rest day comes on Tuesday this year. So this is stage 10, 217.5 kilometers. We see there are 4 categorized climbs, but they're 3s and 4s, and it's a flatter run in towards the finish. And we saw everybody was taking it easy today, so I do expect a group sprint tomorrow. Here's the profile for the final 5 kilometers, and you see that that last kilometer drags slightly uphill. Here's the weather for tomorrow, another nice looking day, and the wind direction there at the finish line, that's going to be a cross tailwind, so that shouldn't be much of a factor. My pick for stage 10 is Caleb Ewan. That uphill finish, that suits him very well. And on the last sprint finish, Ewan finished just behind Groenewegen. So if he can put in a similar performance, that uphill suits him a little bit better, and he should be able to take the victory. Let me know what your prediction is. I'll see you tomorrow.